Ditcheva didn't just win a belt. She destroyed Valentina Scatizzi inside one round. A barrage of knees Anderson Silva style left Scatizzi's face swollen shut, forcing doctors to wave it off. And in Scatizzi's own words, Dakota Ditcheva ended my career. This wasn't just a TKO, it was a statement. 9 finishes in her first 10 fights, a $100,000 paycheck, and a reputation that has UFC fans screaming for Dana White to sign her before she cleans out every woman in the PFL.
Anything. Give me whoever you want. Get me to fight wherever you want. I'll stay in Europe.
Dakota Ditcheva grabbed that mic and sent a terrifying message. Anything is next. Give me whoever you want. I'll stay in Europe. I'll go to America. I'll clean them all out. That wasn't just confidence, that was a threat to every fighter in the UFC flyweight and bantamweight divisions. Dana White thought Amanda Nunes' retirement left the division safe. Think again. Ditcheva has the finishing power of Nunes, the Muay Thai knees of Anderson Silva, and the cold killer instinct of Cris Cyborg. And here's where it gets controversial because numbers don't lie. Amanda Nunes had 6 stoppages in her first 9 fights. Cris Cyborg, 6 as well. Dakota Ditcheva, 7 knockouts in 9 fights. She's not just on par with the greatest women in MMA history, she's ahead of them. And she's only 25. The question is no longer if Dakota will dominate, it's who's left alive to stop her. And let's not forget the business side. With the PFL buying Bellator, Don Davis is already eyeing a PFL versus UFC war. And his weapon of choice? Dakota Ditcheva. Imagine Dakota versus Valentina Shevchenko. Imagine Dakota versus Erin Blanchfield. Hell, imagine Dakota walking straight into the UFC and taking Alexa Grasso's belt on day 1. Dana White. You better pay attention because Don Davis just sent a fucking clear message. Dakota Ditcheva is coming to kill your UFC division's Valentina Scatizzi's career? Gone Amanda Nunes' throne? Vacant Dana White's divisions? Under siege, Dakota Ditcheva isn't just the future. She's the UFC's worst nightmare. And after Dublin, the entire MMA world knows it. This is only the beginning. And Dana, she's coming for you.
Club and a right hand.
Dana White, you better listen up because Molly McCann just dropped a effing bombshell. Dakota Ditcheva isn't just the future of MMA, she's the monster that's coming to kill your entire UFC division.
Dakota Ditcheva absolutely killing it over in PFL. I think eventually she'll come over to the UFC. How big of a star can she be in the UFC?
I think she's potentially got it all to be better than any of us. Yeah. And like, I'd even put it up there with like she can do everything that Valentina's done.
Molly Meatball McCann, a fighter who's been inside the UFC cage, just said Dakota can do everything Valentina Shevchenko's done and maybe even more. That's right. Valentina, the queen of violence, might finally meet her executioner. Let's be real, Dakota. Ditcheva didn't just show up. She came in and took over. In 2024, she smoked former UFC title challenger Taila Santos to claim the PFL Women's Flyweight World Championship, the same Santos who nearly dethroned Valentina Shevchenko. Dakota ran through her like she was nothing. Molly McCann didn't hold back. She said she can do everything Valentina's done. She was UFC ready before she was even in the PFL. That's not hype. That's a veteran telling the world that Dakota is already past the UFC level. Molly even admitted she tried to knock doors down for UK women's MMA, but it's Dakota's job now to smash those doors down and bury everyone inside the UFC. Dana White, this is the future, and she's coming for you. I'm sure even pairing it with Baby Shevchenko, even though I look up to her a lot, I still want to be in her position and be able to beat someone like her, so yeah. Dakota has already looked Valentina dead in the eyes and said, I'm coming to kill you. Let's not forget, Valentina is 37. Dakota is only 26. The speed, the hunger, the youth, the power. This isn't just a fight. This is a hostile takeover.
The PFL has really gone behind your teammate, Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Like, not in the UFC yet, but look at Dakota Ditcheva. She is a scary striker, and she's an amazing athlete, right? But her mom was Muay Thai world champion. So she came up in this sport and has been doing it her whole entire life.
Don't just take Molly's word for it. Kayla Harrison called Dakota a killer. Juliana Miller said she's a scary problem for the whole UFC. When top fighters are admitting they're horrified of you, that's not hype, that's fucking reality. Right now, Dakota Ditcheva isn't just undefeated, she's untouchable. She's a monster. She's a killer. And she's the nightmare that Dana White and the UFC can't run from forever. And if Molly McCann is right, then Dakota Ditcheva is not just the next Valentina. She's the foxing end of every single UFC division. So here's the big question. When Dakota Ditcheva finally jumps to the UFC, will she just take a belt? Or will she kill the entire roster? Dana White, Valentina, the whole UFC, your nightmare is already here. Yeah, Conor McGregor follows me on Twitter. Like, I was told that as well the other day by my brother's friend. So, you know, things like that, and like massive fucking over that. They hold our super now. I'm also here. You're the next big thing. They look what you're doing. I hate to see it. Dakota Ditcheva just dropped a fucking bombshell, and the MMA world is spinning. Conor McGregor tried to pull her to the UFC. Dana White's been sniffing around, and fans thought it was a done deal. But nope. Dakota just shut the door and lit the fuse on a full-blown PFL versus UFC war.
Now we're digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
She's 15-0-12 finishes, the face of the PFL, the poster on their billboards, the star in their promos, the main event fighter. They push harder than anyone. And here's where it gets controversial. PFL didn't even put her in this year's tournament. The reigning champion sideline. Why? Politics, matchmaking nightmares, and a looming UFC threat. Go to next week, King. We'll be happy on the horse. At BKFC 71, Conor McGregor, yes. The Conor spotted Dakota, hugged her, and told her to her face, "You're the next big thing, baby." Social media exploded. Fans started tagging Dana White. UFC hype accounts called her the future of the flyweight division. People thought this was the start of a UFC fast-track signing, but that's when Dakota's curveball hit.
I'm just like, get me anything, literally. But like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL, you know, they've put all the girls in the tournament, and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience, because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I think that's another thing that I have to understand is, like, if I'd had a 5-round war with Santos, there would have been a few more people in there that would have been more of a match. But
instead of chasing UFC gold or riding McGregor's cosign into the octagon, she said no. Dakota confirmed she's staying in the PFL. In her own words, "I'm gutted. I haven't had anything just yet. Get me anything. Literally, I left it up to PFL whether they were going to put me in it or not. And now she's booked for July's PFL Champion Series card. No opponent yet. But one thing's for sure, she's not leaving." Here's what nobody's saying out loud. Dakota Ditcheva is PFL's biggest weapon in the women's market. Losing her to the UFC? That's not just losing a fighter. That's losing your brand identity. And Dana White knows it. That's why rumors of a massive UFC offer have been swirling. But if Dakota walks, PFL loses its golden child. PFL founder Don Davis reportedly sat down with Dakota, and let's be real, this wasn't just a welcome back meeting, this was a name your price conversation. If she stays, she remains the queen of the division. If she leaves, PFL's women's flyweight scene collapses overnight. This isn't just about Dakota Ditcheva anymore. This is UFC versus PFL in plain sight. We've seen poaching wars before, but with Conor McGregor publicly backing her, Dana White willing to throw bags of cash, and the PFL digging in their heels, this could turn into the nastiest fighter tug-of-war in years. This isn't just about Dakota Ditcheva anymore. This is UFC versus PFL in plain sight. We've seen poaching wars before, but with Conor McGregor publicly backing her, Dana White willing to throw bags of cash, and the PFL digging in their heels, this could turn into the nastiest fighter tug-of-war in years.
Great to see it, yeah. Strong woman, good girl. Fucking awesome. Great to see it. Great to find you. Love it, love it. What's it back? What are you ready? Oh, yeah, now I'm walking myself in. Look, as superstar right there.
Conor McGregor just crowned a new queen, and it's not a UFC fighter. It's Dakota kING Ditcheva. The Notorious himself said it. You're the next big thing, sweetheart. That's not hype. That's a fucking prophecy. And if you've been sleeping on Dakota, wake the hell up. Because this 27-year-old British assassin just sent another undefeated fighter straight to the ER, and she's coming for every woman in the UFC.
Back elbow, and now a left hand.
Let's talk about what Dakota just did to Sumiko Inaba. This wasn't a fight. It was a slow-motion execution. Clinch, dominated elbows, surgical knees, kING brutal. 3 rounds, one-sided destruction, and Inaba wasn't some can. She was 8-1, 2 wins in a row. Real threat. But Dakota made her look like a local amateur. Now rewind. You've got Conor McGregor, the most famous MMA fighter in the world, saying, "This, you're a strong woman, fucking awesome. Next big thing." That's not just respect, that's McGregor handpicking his successor. And guess what? Dakota didn't flinch, didn't fangirl. She said, PFL are working on something. I'm cooking. Let them get ready. I'm about to blow this whole shut up. This woman is 15-0. She already wrecked Taila Santos, a former UFC title challenger. She's not ducking the UFC, she's baiting them. UFC wants a viral female star? Here's one. Undefeated, unmatched, undeniable. And now she's stuck doing PFL super fights while the UFC women's flyweight division is straight up bleeding. Why hasn't Dana signed Dakota? Because when she walks in, she's not just coming to fight. She's coming to end careers. McGregor knows it. The fans know it. Even her opponents know it the moment they feel her in the clinch. Give her Valentina, give her Aaron, fuck it, give her Amanda. Dakota wants smoke, and she's bringing an arson kit. She's not joining the UFC to climb the ladder, she's there to burn it down. So let me ask you, if Dakota Ditcheva walked into the UFC right now, who the hell beats her? Drop a name in the comments, I dare you, because when Conor McGregor says you're the next big thing, he means you're about to take over this whole kING sport. Dakota Ditcheva, remember the name, because her next fight might be the start of a reign no one is ready for. No one. Dakota Ditch-freaking-Eva just dropped the truth bomb nobody saw coming. Crying in the cage after another dominant win. And no, it wasn't joy. It was frustration. It was pain. And it was a warning to the UFC. I'm stuck.
Even though I look up to her a lot, I still want to be in her position and be able to beat someone like her. So
you could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top.
This is legacy versus legacy to be. Valentina is one of the most well-rounded fighters in MMA history. She reads opponents like code, downloads your game in real time, and exploits the first bug she finds. Dakota? She's got that unorthodox rhythmic striking that could actually throw Valentina off early. Long knees, feints, switch kicks from odd angles. But here's where Reggie gets real. Dakota still needs more 5-round reps.